subscribe. Tariq Radio. Like and subscribe.
We got RJ. Oh, no, listen, I already know RJ, the DNC didn't send him to start talking about the Republicans and their um, anti-reparations bill that they're trying to push. So I already know that they didn't send him down here. RJ, what did the DNC tell you to say?
What's up, Tariq?
I'm
You
good,
good?
RJ. So give me your talking points from the DNC. You're gonna do the you niggas are not going to get reparations. Is that what your talking point for the night?
Well, I actually came in to address the black families like their own space argument. I feel like that's we shouldn't have that mentality. The same way the propaganda, CIA propaganda of black feminism is also prevalent among black women, in the sense that, like, you know black feminism has never helped black women. It's the people who founded feminism were racists
We
anyway.
know that you're preaching to the choir. What's your point? You're
Yeah,
preaching to
and
the
the
choir.
same thing, yes, and the same thing with black people quickly leaving the household. It only depletes the resources that we have, because Asians and white people, they are way more comfortable with being within their own family and building up the wealth of the family, of the household, like a mafia. The Asians and the white people have like a mafia mentality when it comes to building up the wealth of the household.
You're
Black people,
you're trying to justify you and 30 of your cousins living in one house. That's what you're trying
I
to do.
didn't
And we
even
don't,
say.
but that's
I
what you're
said
trying to
Asians and
justify.
white people. I said
But no,
Asians and
but do
white
you
people.
know you're trying to justify y'all immigrants, y'all come over and y'all have a million niggas in the house. And we, as foundational Black Americans, we don't do that. We have enough resources to have our own space. We like our own space. We ain't
I
got to be
literally
all
mentioned white people, Asians, and Italians. They do this the most. So what are we talking about?
because they do it as immigrants. When they immigrate, they do that. You don't have generational white people with a whole bunch of people living in their damn houses. They don't. No,
White
you don't have white people with a bunch of adults living in the house. You just don't have that. They got too many resources to do that. And we do. We have enough resources as foundational Black Americans where we don't have to have 20 niggas living in the house. Now,
Nah, that's why the household income is very low among Black Americans, and that's why
that's
the Black
fine.
Americans
That's
spend.
fine.
That's
But
why
your household
that,
income is
that's why
high.
Black Americans spend
But
the
your
most.
the immigrants, your household incomes are higher, not because you're all making a lot of money. It's just too many niggas in the house. That's not really a flex. All right, that's not a flex at all.
Nah, I think that's equivalent to the Black feminism. Is a
I don't know what you're
propaganda.
talking about. You keep bringing up Black feminism. That has nothing to do with the conversation, RJ. Good Lord. Your analogies are not clicking. You're not making clicking analogies, RJ.
I think you're falling for an okie doke. I think you're falling for a trick. That's what that
What's
means.
the trick?
But anyway,
What trick? What trick? You're always
no,
saying
but
you're
anyway,
what trick?
the Republican reparations thing. Again, the Republicans do a bad.
Okay. All right. I can't. I just can't. Because I already know what his talking points are going to be, and then he's babbling, and oh Lord, good freaking grief. All right. Okay. Let me get one or two more calls. All right. Y'all raise your hands if you are ready. Let's do it like that because I ain't gonna be on too much longer now. Come on now. Let's get oh, not the misinformation ranger. Oh Lord. Okay, no, I don't have the energy for that wide hip nigga. I don't. I do not have wide hip tolerance right now. Okay, yeah, it's it's getting a little late when all the sassy cats try to get up in here. All the little sassy wide hip niggas are trying to get up in here so they can babble. Lord. I don't want to hear it. You notice how all this either the tethers all come in together, the sassy niggas all come in together because they be in other spaces with other fuck niggas. Fuck niggas of a feather flock together. So they be like, "Yeah, Tariq lied, let's go in there." So that's why we get a bunch of them, all back to back. You dig? All right, let's raise your hands. Let me get Ado Bruce. Ado Bruce in the building. Ado Bruce in the building. Hop on, sir. Ado or Ado, unmute your microphone. There you go. All right, Bruce. Okay, Bruce, I'm gonna have to get you out of here. You're not saying nothing. Boy, hello? Bruce, are you trying to say something? Okay. Bruce might be hostage somewhere, so you better untie them ropes, brother. Okay, I see Big GT. I don't want to hear from Big GT tonight. I don't want to hear musty babble. All right. Let's get come on, um I'm scrolling down, trying to get some new faces in here. Like to hear from some new folks. I like to hear from some new people. Let's get Margie's son. Let's get Margie's son, and then we'll get Mike. It's a person named Mike, but they got a picture of a chick. Mike, let's get Mike.
Don't know, bro.
What's going on, Mike?
What you doing right?
I'm good now. Now your picture changed. You got one of them weird accounts. You didn't switch your shit up. You got a troll profile. What's going on with you, Mike? You got a lot of stuff going on in your profile.
I'm just curious about the reparation type shit.
What about it?
What you think on that?
What about it? What are you curious about?
I'm curious on what do you think should happen with that?
The descendants of freedmen should get compensatory justice. They should get reparations. We should get reparations for what we've endured and for building the nation for free and the debt that's owed. Right?
Well, what does that mean though? Without all the buzzwords, what does that mean with
Oh,
all
it means
that?
give me my money.
What do you mean? Give you your money?
Give me my money. Give me the money that's owed.
The money that's owed to you?
Yep, to me.
Who gives you that money, and how is it owed to you?
The,
And how do you get it? Is it
the United States government, they had my family in bondage and they couldn't get out.
the United States government
Yes, the United States
had them in
government.
their bond?
The United States government. What are you confused by that?
Who? Who though?
The
Who?
United States government.
They had your family.
Yes, we were in bondage and we couldn't get out of slavery because of the United States government, which is still the same government today, same constitution, everything. We couldn't get out of slavery because of the U.S. government. When black folks went down to Florida to escape, the U.S. government went down there. They sent the military, they sent the army down there to fight black people. Out here, California, in places that were supposed to be free, they had the Fugitive Slave Act. That was a government in action that would bring people back into
Can
slavery.
I
We couldn't get out of
can I ask you
slavery.
something though, bro?
No, no, listen.
Can I?
But are you listening to
Okay.
what I'm saying? Are you here?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I'm listening to you.
All
I
right.
just wanted to ask you something before I forget it.
Right. Go ahead.
So this the shit that it messed my head up when people talk about that. They talk about the United States government. The U.S. had people enslaved. Uh, Do you? So if this is literally there's no computers, there's no people ain't writing shit down. Maybe some people write something down. like, do you think the United States government was going around 24/7, like asking people, "Hey, do you have slaves? Do you have slaves?" Like, don't you think there's maybe a shit ton of people that maybe they had slaves and the United States government don't know about it at that point, and there's people that didn't have slaves and maybe they're just not black and they didn't have slaves? Like, how can you what I mean, this fucking people, how the fuck can you even keep a record of this shit? Like, you think just everybody white just had slaves
Who
in the
gives?
US?
Who said that, and who cares?
That's what, well, no, you're saying your people. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, the whole government. Yeah, the government. Everybody who was a part of the government was benefiting from it, sir. Even if you didn't own,
who was in the government?
yeah,
Who was the
the
government?
people, every
Who was the government though?
the
You can't
people.
say the
Yeah,
people.
the
Okay,
people.
well,
That's what
the
the
people
government
need to pay
is.
you.
That the government is the people. The government is the people, sir. That's literally what the government is. The government does the bidding of the people. What the people approve, that's what the government will do, sir. And that's what the government is, the people. The United States government existed then and it exists now. And all white people didn't have to own slaves because everybody was benefiting from the slave culture. All of the industries were born from slavery. We are literally the foundation of this nation. Wall Street was a slave market. Even the stock market, as we know it, started with slavery. The banking system started with slavery. The insurance companies started with slavery. The medical industry, they would have to do their experiments on slaves first. Sir, this is a slave built nation. You cannot escape that. And the government kept us in bondage. They were responsible for keeping us enslaved, and they will be responsible for compensatory justice, for compensating us. Does any of that make sense, sir? Mr. Mike? Huh?
Yeah, can I make a comparison there?
Well, let's hear it.
Okay, I understand what you're saying. Trust me, I understand what you're saying. I've studied any type of literature you could study. I've studied it. But okay, look, what's the government now? What's the government now?
The United States government. That's what.
Okay, okay. The United States government now, it's not all the people that's in the US.
Yes, it
Do you
is.
think that just changed?
Yeah.
No, it's not.
How?
No,
Yeah.
it's not.
All of the people in the U.S. are affected by the United States
No, no,
government.
no, 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 no. Yeah, they're affected by it, but everybody is not the United States government. This is a tiny majority of the population. Tiny, tiny, tiny.
No, sir. The U.S. government.
Are you the United States
I'm a
government?
part of the United States government because I'm
No,
subject.
you're not.
I'm
No, you're
subject to
not.
the United States government. Yes, I
No,
am.
no, you fund the United States
Right,
government.
and I'm a
This is where
subject.
shit gets fucked up.
No, I'm a
You're not.
subject. No,
You're
no,
not.
man,
Okay, well,
slow down. I'm a subject of the United States government because I'm a citizen here, sir. So what are you saying? What are you talking about? The United States government is a network of people. Does that make sense? You're trying to make it more complicated than what it is. Huh?
you're making it more complicated. I'm just saying, like, how many people?
Ain't it like what?
It's not the entire U.S.
Yeah, it
It's
is,
it's
sir.
not the entire U.S. Everybody in the U.S. is a part of the government.
Yes, you're part of the United States government. You're subject to the
No,
government.
we're not. We're sub. Are we a part of the government?
Yes, if you're subject to it and you benefit from it, you benefit from the protections of it, you benefit from the wealth
Okay.
of it.
Let me ask you
You dig?
this:
Well,
Do we? We
Sir,
we
like if something
we
happens to you and you got medical insurance, which is codified by the government,
no.
yeah,
No,
this
no, don't change.
no,
Don't change
I
it.
ain't
No,
changing
I'm on
nothing.
this.
Yes, I'm
Okay,
saying
it's
the government. The
2025.
government is a network of people and institutions,
Okay,
sir.
is the government the same now as it was when slavery was
Yes,
going
this
on?
is the same government.
It's the same exact
It's the
thing.
same
So
government, the same
the way
constitution.
shit runs now
Hold
is the
on.
same exact way.
Yeah. Yes, literally the same. Same constitution and everything, with a few amendments to the constitution. It's the same government, sir. What's different about the government and the way it's run?
There's nothing different now than it was then.
No, it's the same government.
Okay,
The
it's the
same
same
executive
government.
branch, the
Is it the
same
same
legislative
people?
branch, the same House of Representatives. No, it's not. It's the same people. The people die and then their descendants go into certain
Okay.
positions.
So do you think the way people do stuff is the same as it was then when you're what you're talking
Yeah,
about?
because back then, listen, back then during slavery, they maldistributed the wealth from our free labor into white society and locked it in based on race back then.
Okay.
And they passed it down within white society based on race today. So, yeah, it's run the
Okay.
same.
Let me ask you this. Do you think now every white person that's in the government is solely for white people in this country?
That's insignificant. I
And
don't care.
everything they do is based on giving money towards white people and not towards black people.
Sir, they've never given us anything. So, yeah, they must have some kind of code going on that makes them say, we're not going to give
What?
foundational Black Americans specific and exclusive debt owed tangibles. They've never given foundational Black Americans any exclusive tangibles that excluded other groups. Anytime we get something, it has to be tied in with everybody. It has to be a lift all program. Other groups, like the Japanese, they've gotten specific tangibles that were exclusionary to other groups. Red Native Americans, they get exclusive tangibles that are exclusionary to other groups. The US government has given money to Israel, they've given money to the Ukraine, they've given money to Germany,
Hey,
to Jewish people. They've given,
I hear
you're
you.
right.
I hear
You
you.
feel
Trust me.
me? They've never done that for us,
I'm
sir.
Native American. I'm half
Oh,
Indian, so
Lord Jesus.
well, I just want to ask one
Lord,
thing
not a
because
not a
every time I get in this conversation, I always wonder.
$5
I,
Indian.
I'm gonna ask you one
Oh
thing.
Lord.
This the last thing. So, if you could turn time back, okay,
Hold on, before you ask me
roll it
that,
back,
before you ask me that,
what would
slow
you
down, slow
change
down, slow
and
down. He's
do
talking and not
and
listening.
give?
Let me ask you something. What tribe are you supposed to be from?
I'm Cherokee. I have shit. Trust me.
Right.
I have boxes of shit.
Boxes of what?
Shoe boxes.
Okay. And do you get some Cherokee funding? You get some money?
No, I don't get nothing. I don't get
Well,
nothing.
somebody you must have some $5 Indian in your family who finessed a bag somewhere down the line. Because a lot of white people claim Cherokee because somebody in their family paid to get on the dolls rolls. So that sounds like a
Yeah, no.
finesse.
Why don't you just answer my question instead of insulting
And
me?
I'm not even
Why don't you just
insulting
do
you, but
that?
I don't believe you're a real Native
Well, it's
American.
insulting. Okay, well, I don't believe that you're a foundational Black American.
Now, what else would I
Doesn't
be?
doesn't that?
What else would I be?
I don't
All
know.
right, because I
What
know
else
you're
would
a
I
white
be?
man. That's what I'm saying.
You don't know
I
shit
do.
about
I know
me. I
you're a
could
white
be
man. You're a
black.
white man.
I could be
No, you
African
can't. No,
and speak
no, you're a
English.
white man. You're clearly a white man. That's
You
fine.
don't know me, bro. Why don't you just
You're
answer this?
clearly no
Just I
slow
just have one
slow
question.
down, sir. This ain't the mayonnaise
One
factory. You ain't
question.
running nothing. Slow down. Slow your ass down.
Mayonnaise
Yeah,
factory.
you're not at the mayonnaise factory.
See,
Slow
you're
down.
racist. That's all it is. Just answer
Slow
this.
down.
What
All right.
if you could change something of this country when it started to change anything, change anything of how the shit started and how you would end up wanting it to turn out, anything you could change that that like just how you would want shit to
You know what I
happen
would change?
to benefit,
You know,
I guess, if you say you're a black American, how you would want shit to turn out to benefit
you know,
y'all. What would you
you know
change?
what I would do? I would destroy.
What would you
If I
change?
would go back in time and destroy all the mayonnaise, and then you would starve to death. You would not have no more mayonnaise. That's what I would do. You'd be,
That doesn't make
yes, it
sense.
does.
I'm asking you a genuine
No, you're
question.
not, sir.
I'm not
And
trying to be. I
uh,
am. I
I would
am.
destroy the mayonnaise.
I
That's what I
seriously
would
am.
do.
Okay, but what what? Okay, just take it back
Now, what would you do? Now, what
when
would you?
to Jim Crow.
Right.
No, I'm asking you to Jim Crow.
What about you? Just saying.
Take it to Jim
You're just
Crow,
saying random
and then
words.
just
You're
say
just saying random stuff, sir. I don't even know what you're talking about. You're just bringing up random anecdotes and answer the question. Jim Crow. What about
anecdotes.
Popeye's chicken? You're just saying random stuff.
I'm saying
What are you
I didn't say
saying?
Popeye's
But I'm
chicken,
just
bro.
saying you're
You're
just being
tripping.
ridiculous. You're just saying stuff, sir. Are you over there with a meth pipe?
Why don't you just answer the
I'm
question?
not about to sit here. It's not my job to answer every nonsensical
You don't have
gibberish that
to, but
pops up, but everything that pops out of your mouth, we don't
this.
have
I
to.
mean,
No,
I
no, no,
felt
no,
like
no,
this is
no.
kind.
Everything that pops out of your mouth, we don't have to dignify with an answer because you're not saying anything that's relevant. You're just kind of babbling, sir. And that's a tactic that a lot of suspected white supremacists like to do. They like to kind of waste time because you don't want us to get reparations.
White
Right? Yeah.
supremacists.
You
I
you
wanna
don't want
talk
us to get reparations. So your job is to come over and come in and gibber and babble and talk in circles to waste time, which is what you've been doing. And again, our job is to not answer every dumb question that you have, sir. That's not our job. I'm giving a I'm
I'm
giving
trying
a
to talk to you.
I'm giving a life lesson and a real time schooling of how to deal with people like you who kind of just waste time.
I'm not wasting
Yes,
time.
you are. No, you're not. You don't want us to get
I'm
no,
genuinely
you're not. You don't
curious.
want us to get reparations. So your job is to come in here and just talk incessantly and just waste time. So that
I'm not
yeah,
talking.
you're just kind of babbling, sir. And now you're boring. Okay, thank you. Thank you. All right. All right. I'm not gonna hear Mayo babble all damn night. I don't want to hear it. Yeah, the bottom line, they don't want us to get reparations, so they come in and just kind of talk in circles and waste time so that it just frustrates us away from the conversation. So we ain't falling for that. What's the government? Well, who's the government, dude? Stop, stop. When they're playing dumb, they love playing dumb. Let me tell y'all something about white supremacist suspects. They're not dumb. They'll play dumb. They ain't dumb. They come in here and act dumb so they can waste time. Ain't nobody going for that. All right. All right. Listen, family. Well, who's this? Let's get Somali U.S. Nomad. All right, let's get the Somali nomad in here. Somali, what's happening?
Yes, sir. Big fan of your work, brother. You're absolutely right. You taught that goofy ass white dude a lesson. I don't understand how these people don't get the simple concept that foundational Black Americans absolutely deserve reparations.
Yes.
You're talking about the same government that had the same constitution that said all men are created equal by the founding fathers, the same people who owned slaves at the same time. I mean, it's
Yeah.
ridiculous. It's a simple concept. Foundational Black Americans have been in this country since the founding. They built the country, and so they absolutely deserve it.
Listen.
I'd rather my taxes go to you guys than out the country to another war or to some useless cause.
Yes.
So I just wanted to make that
No.
point. And last point I wanted to make that Democratic Shield sounds like he's hosted by a Democratic white church. Sounds like he's one of those folks that got sponsored by a white Democratic church. The way he talks.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
I'll land with that point,
Thank you.
brother.
Yeah.
Appreciate you. Love you.
Thank you so much. Yeah, RJ, I think, yeah. Actually, RJ, RJ, were you adopted by a white Democrat family? You sound like one of them dudes. They done went over there and went to your village and adopted you. Yeah, because you push them Democrat talking points heavy. So this dude is like, they raised him and he's a butler at the DNC at somebody's house. He might be Joe Biden's butler. You know, Mr. Biden, I'm going to make some egusi. You know, so he helps Kamala Harris soak her greens in the tub. He's one of them. All right, let me get up out of here, man. It's been real. Everybody, I need everybody to go to Hidden History Museum. Everybody, we need you to make a contribution to the Hidden History Museum. We need to have all of you make a contribution because that's how we keep the lights on, through contributions from brothers and sisters like yourself. That's what we do. And we got a great book called Hidden Heroes from A to Z that you can get at hiddenhistorymuseum.com. Also go to microphonecheck.com to get the greatest hip hop documentary, Microphone Check, and go to rootworkstyle.com to get the Rootwork deodorant. All right, I'm up out of here. Puppy Akute, Lala Vuve to the family. Peace.